Hi everyone, my name is Jamie and I want to welcome you back to my channel where we review, demo, and discuss makeup and give commentary on the beauty community as a whole. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a makeup declutter. Over the past year, through purchases, subscription boxes, I've accumulated more makeup than I really need. And I figured instead of just having stuff just to have stuff, I can give it to friends and family, that kind of thing. But before I give it away, I just want to show you the products and kind of discuss a little bit why I'm getting rid of them, what I liked about it, what I disliked about it, so that in the future maybe you can make an informed purchase or maybe avoid something that you're not going to like in the future. Today's video, I'm going to be focusing specifically on eyeshadows, both palettes and liquid shadows, because if I went through everything, it would just be a little bit too long, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so the very first palette I'm going to be discussing is actually two, because I can't decide. I'm still deciding which one I want to keep. So the Ace Beauté Grandiose palette and the Hit Dot Zion palette, both of which I've received through BoxyCharm, will show you the color story. So this is the Grandiose. It's really nice, warm colors, really perfect for fall. And this is the Hip Dot palette. Now, as you can see, the color stories are very, very similar. And I figure, like, why do I need both, really? You know what I mean? So I don't, but I can't decide which one I want to keep. The Grandiose palette, I like the colors overall more. I think I gravitate towards those. However, the Zion palette has more variety. So if I want to put in some of those light purples in there, I can. But if I had to choose, I think I'm going to keep the Ace Beauté and get rid of the Hip Dot, just because it's more concise. I like how the shimmers perform. I love this color Poppy right here, especially along with the rose color. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Zion palette. Now, I will say this palette does perform really, really well. I don't know what the retail price is, but Hip Dot tends to be a pretty affordable brand. So if I had to guess, it was probably between like $20 and $30. Comes with a nice mirror. Everything performs well, but like I said, I don't need two palettes that have such similar colors in it. Next up is the Festival palette by Pure Cosmetics. My mother actually received this in her BoxyCharm, and she doesn't really use eyeshadow palettes all that often, so she passed it along to me. And I have to say, I love the color story in it, but it just does not perform very well. The colors, when I used it, came off patchy. The shimmers don't have a lot of punch to it. I know that since Raw Beauty Christie's collaboration with them came out last year, they have really, really improved their formula. And I know that this came out before that. And I'm sorry, this is actually the Festival 2.0. But I definitely would not recommend this palette. It's just, I don't know, it just does not do the job. This is the Spice of Life palette by Zoeva. This is like a cool tone, neutral color story. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this palette, except I just didn't reach for it. I really don't use cool colors all that often. I don't think that they really complement my skin tone all that much. So I figure if I have not used it, then I need to pass it along. I also received this in BoxyCharm. You know, you have like your shimmers. It's nothing to write home about, but they do perform okay. And the mattes are fine, but you know, it's just fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing to get excited about. So if a friend were to ask, should they pay full price for it? I would say definitely cop it on a sale. So this next palette is the 35P palette by Morphe. And I'm gonna open this up for you. And here she is right here. This kind of holds a little bit of a special place in my heart because this is the very first eyeshadow palette that I purchased since getting really into makeup at this point, it's been about a year and a half ago. I think although the colors are extremely repetitive, especially like in this region right here, I really did enjoy using it. Morphe's quality is okay. Like, it's pretty solid, but it's nothing to really get super excited about. And I have shadows that perform a little bit better now. I caught this on a sale for like $12 in the Morphe store when I was going there to get brushes. So if you were to be interested in a big purple and neutral palette, I would recommend it if you're looking for a lot of shadows on a decent budget. Okay, so the next one is a little bit of a surprise. This is the Eye Ecstasy Sublime Eyeshadow Palette by Pat McGrath. And it's an all shimmer palette. It's really a complementary palette meant to go along with other eyeshadows. And really the only reason why I'm getting rid of this is I just never really reach for it. I think that the colors, because they tend to be a little bit more cool tone, like the other palette I spoke about before, it just doesn't excite me. So I figure I could pass this along to somebody who would really use it. I will say that these colors are absolutely outstanding. Like, if you enjoy these shades and they appeal to you, definitely get it, and get it on a sale, because the full-size Pat McGrath palettes are well over $100. I believe almost all of them are, except for maybe some of her quads, but the full-size ones are like $125, which is probably out of the price range of most people. This normally retails for, I believe, $28, but you can get it for as low as $12 when they have a really good sale going. So definitely get it when it's on sale. And I'll swatch some of the colors here so you can see like what makes them so special. And you're probably saying, like, Jamie, if you're raving about it so much, like, why are you getting rid of it? But I've had it for over a year and I've just never really used it. I have the other version of this, there's two of them, and the other version of this has like colorful shades, and I don't use that one nearly enough. I figure if I'm gonna pick one, I'll pick the one that's colorful. Okay, so I'll show you guys. I don't know if you guys, this is a really awkward position that I put these swatches in. Let's see, put it right there. So they're really, really pretty, really high performing. Definitely would recommend it if they are colors that appeal to you. Okay, now we have another Morphe palette here, and that is the Morphe by James Charles palette. As we know, James Charles is in a lot of hot water for sending inappropriate text messages to underage boys, fans of his, boys who were like between the ages of like 15 and 16 years old. So that alone just gives me really icky feelings about this palette. I will open it up for you. It performs okay. You definitely have to be careful because it will stain your eyelids. You need to have a good primer, like for example, the MAC paint pots in order to use this. Right now, I just heard that this is on clearance for like 50% off, and this normally retails for $48. I got this on like a really, really good sale where I ended up only paying $15 for it, but I never really use it. And I think it's part of it is it's too big, it's too bulky. I have other shadows that perform, that are a little bit easier to work with. They are very, very high pigmented, and because they're so high pigmented, it makes it a little bit difficult to blend these shades out. And this is something that I would never, outside of saying I'm getting rid of it, I would never really promote it on my channel because I can't support James Charles after the allegations that came out with him. And not just allegations, like he admitted to this. It's not like a, oh, you know, you gotta wait to see if he can be presumed innocent until proven guilty. No, like he admitted it. So yeah, I can't in good faith promote something that where a company collaborated with somebody who does illegal acts with minors. So I think that I can find a good home for it. It is good for playing with color if you really do enjoy color. There are other Morphe palettes that have similar color stories, but I can't vouch for the quality of them. So yeah, I never really used it. I have other rainbow palettes that I like more, and it's time to say goodbye to that one. So last but not least are my liquid eyeshadows. I have one by Eloise, which I'll show this to you. It's a nice pretty color here. I have two by Stila, and this is the burnished sienna color, and this is vivid jade. And then this is by a company called it's Beauty by Pop Sugar, and it's called Make Waves. Now I'll start off by talking about this one. One of the reasons why I don't use it is it's so incredibly liquidy to the point where like they had to put a warning label on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like if you were to accidentally open this the wrong way, it's gonna spill all over you. And because of that, I just never really used it. I never really had a purpose for a liquid silver shade, so I don't think I've actually even used this. I got this in a BoxyCharm. The Eloise I also got in a BoxyCharm, and this is actually like a nice shadow. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't use the liquid eyeshadows all that much. So I figure if I have not used it in like 3-4 months, I can pass it along to somebody who can have a better home for it. But this is okay. And by the way, Eloise, I believe, is a Black-owned brand if you're interested. And this is in the shade Pure Gold. And the two by Stila, I basically got these because I heard the brand hyped up on YouTube, watching the beauty gurus. There was a time period where everybody was saying, oh my gosh, these are the earth, the moon, the stars, they're everything. My shimmers, I prefer a really nice pressed pigment color that has like the shine to it. I find it a little bit easier to control. I think that may be the main reason is I'm used to working with it with my brush. With these, and I think the same is true with the other, they have these like applicators. So I feel like I can't get the precision that I want, especially if I'm doing like a cut crease look, and then it just kind of turns into like a muddy mess. All right, so I know that that was pretty much a quick video for today. If you guys like this, let me know. I can do one with lip products, going through that, and also some cheek products as well. Let me know in the comment section, like, have you guys tried any of these products? Did you like them? Did you not? Do you guys ever do declutters, or do you just like to accumulate and grow your collection to a large size? I'd love to know. If you did enjoy yourself here, please hit the subscribe button and also like the video and hit the bell so that you can get post notifications every single time I upload. I thank you guys so much for spending a little bit of time with me today, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.